So here I am outside Kamaishi station after having caught the train down. Today I'm planning to walk on the Michinoku coastal walkway. This was created as part of the recovery process after the Tohoku tsunami back in 2011. I'm just going to do day sections because I'm pretty unfit. But yes, we'll see how we get on. I'm going to do the southern section from Kamaishi heading down towards Toni station. And I just noticed one of my favorite Japanese things. Here in Japan, always make sure you look down. Check out their manhole covers. Isn't that magnificent? So I've been to this part of Japan many times over the last, I don't know, 10 years or so. And I always find it quite fascinating because very, very early when I first came here was just before the 2011 tsunami, and then immediately after as well. So basically I've seen it go from where these towns and stuff were basically completely wiped out and there was nothing here, to being completely rebuilt. Would you look at that? It's very early April, but look, there's a few blossoms coming out already. I think there's actually a cherry blossom walkway somewhere on this section as well, so we'll see what happens when we get to there. Yeah, here we are, just come over the top from Kamaishi to Hita, and just to show how much Kamaishi is a steel town, they even have a iron and steel history museum. Yeah, quite an interesting looking building actually. You'll see as we go around the other side. It's yeah, there's quite a lot of this sort of architecture in Japan. I don't know what you call it, sort of like, I don't know, industrial modern or something like that. It's all very concrete and steel, and yeah, I quite like it, but you see a lot of it around. You'll see a lot of town halls and stuff with the same design. See what I mean about the concrete and the steel? They really do like it. Also some quite spectacular views out over the mountains and valleys, and if we walk back over the other side, you'll see we get quite a good view of the Goddess of Mercy standing out on the point. So here we are at the Goddess of Mercy, and yeah, we're kind of out in the middle of nowhere, but there's a little bit of a hill, so of course being Japan, yeah, there's an escalator, so let's go. And here we go. Wow, that's one big lady. If you like your ladies big, there you go. Now that we're up on a headland, you'll get an idea of why I absolutely love this part of Japan. I mean, that statue's impressive, but you watch when we turn around here, have a look at this. How's that for a view? And it's the same all the way along for hundreds of miles of coastline. It's all just absolutely beautiful like this. So it's part of the reason why I thought I might do a few walks along here, just to kind of bring it to the world, as it were. Anyway, let's climb up there, shall we? I don't believe there's a lift. I think we have to climb the stairs, so if I'm bright red for the next video, you know what happened. The first of many, I'm sure. Oh, I can see light ahead. All right, so now I guess we find out what we climbed all those steps for. Oh my, would you look at that? Now that's a view. Wow, what do you think? Whew. Ah. Quite a long way down and round, nope, under the fish's tail. If we look back over here, we can see Kamaishi where we came from, so that's the water. We've only done a time, we'll see how things pan out. So yeah, it's a beautiful spot, alright. that's it. I'm going to take a few photos and then going to head back down inside after taking a few photos. So we'll see you down the bottom. So that was the Goddess of Mercy. It's very nice actually. It's well worth the climb, but yeah, I wouldn't advise going on the outside bit on a really windy day. It's the wind noise was pretty bad, and when I was out there with the camera it actually picked up a bit. It was almost lost my hat. So yeah, but on a fine day it's a top spot. So after about an hour going down to the statue and back and climbing up, looking around, photographing whatnot, back on the road again, heading down to Hiita, which is the next station down from Kamaishi. Interesting though, if you look down there, all of those big green things, I believe that's actually debris and waste from the tsunami. It was collected up and then sealed to prevent contamination from rainwater and going through it. It actually goes all the way out almost to the statue. You can see in some of the photos from there as well. Been there a long time, and all down the coast, like every town has one of these places where they've collected up all the debris. So this is Hiita, a small town just south of Kamaishi. If you wanted to do a shorter walk, you could actually just walk from Kamaishi up past the statue and the museum and then back down into here. It's taken me, I didn't go into the museum, but I did stop at the statue for about an hour, and it's taken me, I guess, just over 2.5 hours to get to here. Up behind me here is actually Hiita station, and you can just hop on the Sanriku Tetsudo train back to Kamaishi easily enough from here. So yeah, it'd be quite a nice little sort of half-day walk if you wanted to do that. Otherwise, yeah, you can keep going like I am. I've walked up from Hiita. Now, pretty sure at this point, up by the sports ground, you're supposed to go down here somewhere and find the entrance to a forest path. So decided I might need a little bit more liquid for my trek up the hill. But yeah, being Japan, there's always the ubiquitous solution to this problem, the ever-present vending machine. Yeah, Pocari Sweat seems appropriate for the occasion. It's I worry about this stuff in Japan. They make a staggering amount of plastic. I mean, they do a good job recycling it, and there's always like collection points, see, like that next to all these things. But yeah, it would be much more efficient if they just didn't make it in the first place, to be honest. But anyway, times like this, it's pretty convenient. So in the end, to avoid the truck driver and also to just make it a bit more interesting, I've actually gone up the ridge line, just up from what I believe is the road you're supposed to go. That is just, you can actually see it down through the trees just down there, heading up there. But yeah, as you can see, this is actually pretty much kind of a path along here. I suspect they walk along here when they're doing a bit of forestry work. It's all been semi-cleared. So we're just up from the road. We'll just keep going till we reach the point. There's a point here where we have to go through a gate up above a dam or something. So at that point we'll head back down to the road and do that part. Not liquor signage to be seen anywhere, so you do have to kind of work it out on your own. So here I am, right up the top of the logging road, just up from Hiita, and yeah, I've spotted something which I think might be what we're looking for. So let's go down and have a peek at this and see what it is. These white stump markers look an awful lot like trail markers, which might be the first one we've ever found. Shows how good I am at finding tracks anyway. So yes, what do we got here? And there we go, the Michinoku Coastal Trail. This is us, so hopefully there's more of them. And it looks like someone's tied these blue things. Oh yes, they've got the same logo on them, so that's it. So there we go. And there's another one there, and there's another one of those. So where? It looks pretty small, but I guess we'll give it a shot. So here we go, halfway from Hiita to Hongo. Oh, pretty easy climb up here really, an hour and a bit, hour and a half maybe. So yeah, not too bad. I think it'll probably be less going down the other side. So the bush section of this trail is interesting. It's not like, it's not packed with amazing vistas and, you know, spectacular views and stuff, and you're not going to be posting all over Instagram, but it's a relatively easy walk. It's not too steep, it's not too rough. If you've got decent boots, it's pretty easy, and it's absolutely serene. It's really quiet. I haven't seen a single other person. I've seen a couple of pieces of rubbish, and that's about it. And you know, there's bird song and the sound of water, occasional deer flitting in the forest. Yeah, it's very pleasant. Yeah, it's quite nice. I guess the more spectacular stuff was the statue at the other end, and maybe what we'll find down this end. But anyway, I'm enjoying it. So here we are down in Hongo, I believe, after walking over the hill from Hita. And what I'm standing on now is the top of one of the new tsunami prevention measures. It's quite the structure. Even this is not the biggest you'll see. There's definitely larger ones around, and you can see the dark grey wall down there. That's the top of the previous one that was there before. And you can see also, if we turn around, the road there is making an embankment, same sort of thing again as well. So yeah, they're building them bigger and bigger. So this here is the Hongo Cherry Blossom Road. We're a little bit early for the cherry blossoms, but I imagine in a couple of weeks it's going to be spectacular. Cherry blossoms are very early this year. So we'll just wander down and have a look. You can see a few flowers have come out. So yeah, you can see they really are coming out. Just starting. It's interesting actually, because this is Japan. A nice young Japanese man just pulled up and made sure I was okay, asked where I was going, make sure I wasn't lost, all okay. I explained where I'd come from. He looked at me like I was crazy, but yeah, it's quite nice. They're very pleasant like that. It's you always feel welcomed whenever you ask for help, and sometimes it's even offered when you don't ask for it. So yeah, very nice. So the last part apparently is up over the hill. Instructions were enter the mountain path before the graveyard. So hopefully this is the right way. We'll just go as high as we can and then see where we come out. There's no signage here, so but yeah, we're pretty close to the station. I don't think I can really get lost at this point. So what was I saying about getting lost? Turns out there's two graveyards, one over there and one over there. So the one you're looking for is the one, I think it's right next to the tunnel there. So yeah, which makes sense because the mountain path actually goes over the hill that the tunnel goes through. So yeah, and here we go, coming out over, this should be Toni, I think, which is where we're going to catch the train back to Kamaishi. But yeah, good view from up here. Beautiful, look at that. Wow, you can really appreciate the tsunami prevention measures from up here. Look at those walls. Fortress Japan. Some big gates over the other side there you can see for controlling the water flow in and out. So here we are at Toni station. Quite small. We're on platform 1 back to Kamaishi. No ticket office or anything that I can see, so it's probably either grab a little ticket when you hop on the train and pay at your destination, or possibly pay the conductor. I noticed in the Kamaishi train that the Kamaishi line, it was the same as that. So yeah, it's been a fun hike. It's taken 6.5 hours. So yeah, my feet are killing me in the new boots, but I think they'll work for the mountain, so it's a good wearing in. The walk itself was interesting. It's not full of high glamorous Instagram locations, but it's not too difficult, and it's got very pleasant bush scenery. It's very early in the spring here. I think if you went a little later in the year, you'd see a lot more greenery and a lot more animals. I saw a few birds, I saw deer, that was about it. But yeah, it's quite good. I do think the shorter one to Hita sort of 2.5 hours, including the statue, would be a very pleasant walk from Kamaishi. Just walk around to Hita and then catch the train back. But this was nice. It's given me a bit of a taste to do some more, and yeah, we'll see how we go.